Just when you think you've seen everything in the coin shop business, you haven't. We had a potential big transaction. I'm going to let you guys know what happened with 10-ounce silver bars, 180 of them in one moment. So please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all the ones who have subscribed already. I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So please help me out with that if you're not yet subscribed. I got a call yesterday from the shop on my cell phone saying, Chris, can you come down here? We got a potential big buy right now. We don't know what's really going on. We're kind of, they weren't really busy, okay? They were steady. A lot of smaller sales going out the door. So they wanted me to come in to help these people out. And I live right down the road, so I don't mind coming in. I had a woman and her son. The woman was in her 60s. The son, I believe, was in his early 30s. Okay? So let's just paint the picture there. A person left this woman 180 10-ounce silver bars. So that's 1,800 ounces of silver in all. They're all the Engelhardt silver bars. What happened was she was opening these boxes, got delivered to her house a couple weeks ago. This one guy died and left her with all this silver. Well, after she went through the boxes and she went on her fifth box, she got a letter in one of these boxes. Apparently, she was adopted when she was a very young girl. The guy that left them to her was her father. She never knew it was her father. All right, so let me paint the picture there. This guy was in her life, but she never knew that was her father. Okay, this guy lived 3 houses down the road from her, and it went up for sale. And apparently, they're all from another state. I don't remember exactly what state she said. I think it was Ohio, but it could have been Oklahoma. It was started with an O, so that's what I do know. But it was not Oregon. I would remember that one. But anyways, she got these silver bars, and the guy who left them to her, her father, ended up to be, was 95 years old. And been in her life all life, but she never knew it was her father. She never knew she was adopted. So let's paint that picture. Imagine that you knew this person all your life and never knew that was your true father. Okay? She's devastated. So she's telling me all this. I was with this woman for about 2 hours yesterday. You know, we do, sometimes I feel like I'm a counselor at times, listening to people's hardships, stories. But this one just took the cake. And so she went on to say, he went to every school play, friend of the family, that's all she knew. Never knew she was adopted. So she can't go back really and trace back to where the people who raised her, because those people are passed on now. So she has 1,800 ounces of silver and has no clue what it's worth. But she knew it was valuable. That's the one thing she did know. She says, I know it's worth something, but I don't know how much. And even the son, 30-something years old, knew a little bit of something about silver and gold, but he didn't really know what the stuff was worth either. They were trying to come in to sell it all. So I'm figuring what we can pay for it. The Engelhardt bars, we can pay up a little bit more. So our price was $32.50 per an ounce. So $310, $320 per 10-ounce silver bar. That is what that is what we offered her. So it came out to be roughly about $58,500, folks. She just about lost it. I mean, she was crying. She says, well, I really only need about $5,000 to pay off the rest of the roof on my credit card. And she says, the insurance company wouldn't give me all the roof money, and she's going on about the credit card money and stuff like that. And she says she's been paying about $300 a month. And I says, okay, well, we don't need to sell it all one day, right? We can sell it as we can get you close to the $5,000 range that you have left on your credit card. So I'm starting to pull the money, and I'm like, I just have to ask her what her interest rate is on her credit card. So I went back before I pulled all the money out. I had some kind of, I had some cash in my hand. And I said, I'm just wondering, what's your interest rate on your credit card? She says, well, I got 0% financing for 24 more months. Well, that changes things, folks. I said, what have you been paying? I said, I'm not trying to be nosy. I said, what have you been paying on that card since you had your roof just replaced? She says, well, this is only my third month. And she says, I've been paying them $300 a month. I said, let me ask you this. Can you afford to keep paying $300 a month like that? She says, well, yeah, I can pay $300 a month. I said, then why are you worried about paying off the credit card bill? She says, well, my sons, again, this is not financial advice, folks, so let me say that right here. I'm going to make that disclaimer. She says, well, my son's a user on the card. I said, is your son's name on the account? She says, no, he's just an authorized user. I says, okay. So she says, I'm worried about if something happens to me, he's going to have to owe the bill. I says, well, if he's an authorized user, his name's not on the account, he's not responsible for your credit card bills if something did happen to you. I says, I can set you up with somebody that does this stuff. I said, they do a 30-minute consultation. I said, let's get something set up so you can verify this information that I'm telling you the truth. I says, I really don't want you guys to give up the silver because we explained the silver and gold to you already, what the value is, where we think it's going to go. I said, it'd be crazy if you have 0% financing for you to pay this bill off. She says, well, I don't want a bill hanging over my head. I said, well, I can compensate. I said, I can get that in my brain. I said, but again, it's 0% financing. And trying to explain that to people sometimes, when you have 0% financing, it's 0% financing. You just pay the minimum payment within that time frame, and there's no interest. And she says, well, I'm seeing the bills saying they have interest on them. I says, that is if you don't pay the bill on time in full by the end date. I said, that interest will come on to your bill then. Then you will owe the interest on the bill. I said, that is how it works. I said, let's do this today. I said, let's just set you up with this person that knows a lot more about credit card financing than I do. I said, I know a lot, but I said, I will make sure you're hearing the same thing from this person here. So she says, okay, so we set her up. She's going Friday. Well, she happened to get in early this morning. They had a cancellation. The woman came back, called me up, and says, I'm not going to sell any right now. Thank you very much. I want to give you a 10-ounce silver bar. I said, no, there's no need to give me any silver bar at all. I says, we are here to help people. I said, your story is just out of this world that you knew this guy and never knew he was your father after all these years. And I said, you have any idea why your parents would put you up for adoption? She says, I have no idea. I've never been, I'm 65 years old, and I just found out about this about 3 weeks ago, after these 10-ounce bars showed up on her doorstep from UPS. I said, was there any return address with these? She says, well, yeah, but she said, it was kind of faded out, and all it said is Silver and Gold Hub, and that's all it said. It was really no return address. So who actually shipped these to her? We don't know. Okay, we just don't know. Could it came from a lawyer's office? Could it come from a bowling dealer? We just don't know, all right? That's all up in the air right now. But it had her name on it, had her address on it. And it's just a crazy story, folks. But it just proves to, we're trying to do the right thing for our customers at the shop. And she says, I'm going to take my time, pay off that credit card bill. And she says, I thank you for telling me about that. And I said, hey, look, I know something. I don't know everything, folks, all right? But, we're trying to do the right thing for every customer that walks through the door. And, sometimes you got to sit there and listen to people's stories, which is fine. No problems with that. But you never know who's going to walk through the door next, what's going to walk through the door next, and how the story is going to go. And that's just proves, you know, we have to keep educating our family members, our friends about silver and gold. You know, stories like this, you know, if this could have went to another coin shop, could they take advantage of this, people? Yeah, very well could have. But I do feel in my heart, you know, I'll say, I do believe most coin shops out there, and I'm talking about coin shops only, I'm not talking about pawn shops. I do believe most coin shops will treat the people right. You know, there's a lot of good people that work in coin shops, and I really do feel, you know, in my heart that there's a lot more good coin shops out there will do the right thing. Maybe not spend so much time with everybody, but, you know, with the owners telling us you do the right thing all the time, it comes back tenfold to you. So with that being said, and I just want to talk about another channel real quick. I've talked about this channel many times on my channel. Please, folks, go check out Sobriety in Silver. He's about, last time I looked, he had 716 subscribers. We're trying to get him up to 1,000 so he can make a little bit of money on his videos. He talks about his issues with him being drinking for 30 years. He's been clean for over 3 years now, and he loves silver. He loves gold backs. He's trying to get a little bit of gold, but, you know, everybody has financial issues right now. A lot of people have financial issues where they can't afford a lot right now, and he's just trying to build up his channel, and I'm trying to help this person out, and he's a really, really good guy, so please check him out. Let him know that Coin Shop Chris sent you. If you folks have any questions for me about this story, or you have an issue with silver and gold, you're not sure about something, my email will be in the description above every single video for your convenience. So please reach out to me. I'm going to do the best I can to get back to you, answer your questions, and, you know, we will just go from there. Again, I thank you for watching. This video was a little bit a tough video for me to do today, but I figured I'd give you guys this story because it's one of those weird stories that you just don't see, and like I said earlier in this video, you never know what's going to happen next. So we got to keep people, you know, we got to keep people educated in silver and gold. If you're going to leave it to somebody, folks, let them know, kind of like this guy did. But this story is a little bit of a stranger story because he never told it was her father. I mean, that's just, don't know why, can't do nothing about it now. The guy is passed on, but, you know, it's just a heartbreaking story to be a windfall for her, I guess, at the end. And so it's kind of bittersweet at the same time. So I thank you again for watching. Coin Shop Chris is out into the next video.